Hey, this is Ben submitting for the documentary that I watched about dyslexia. And I felt that the purpose of this documentary was strongly about early intervention for kids and also almost more mainly for teachers to recognize what dyslexia is and to have that conversation with either the student or the parent and to have it addressed as early as possible and to not let the subject drop. I feel that the disabled body was represented as, especially in the people who grew up long ago who are now adults, were kind of seen as just dumb or slow or incapable. But at the same time, I guess the society didn't really recognize what dyslexia was. They just saw it as you weren't trying hard enough. And even today, I'm sure we can easily say that to a student is like, you're not really putting forth the effort. But I do have one student who does show signs of dyslexia. And yeah, I think it's time for me to have that conversation and encourage the mom to have that testing done somehow to bring up the conversation. And able bodiedness, the normalcy in this documentary was represented as just normals, not superior, but just kind of like how society should be. And this is the way things go, and this is how your grade is going to reflect it. Because if you can't read and write properly, then that's part of your grade. Not knowing that that is the most difficult part. And some of the adults, like the lady who became the judge, she got C's. Same with the guy, I think his name was Mark Harbaugh. Got C's in class, and he kind of made the joke that, like, C's get degrees, and they did their best, and I'm sure they're very bright people. They're in high profile positions, it seems, but I'm sure they were being graded on, their writing abilities and spelling. But they did it. And this video documentary helped me understand the disability in the sense that it is very real, can be observed and intervened, and it's much easier to do it earlier, being that babies or younger children are more susceptible and able to absorb the changes. I forget what they said, able to kind of intercept the mechanical firing of the way they understand things earlier on than it is when you're an adult. Of course, you also have just habits, and you maybe don't absorb things as well. And then to get them to be included in the class is difficult because a lot of things do require reading. And then you could possibly run into the like, hey, why does he get to watch this video and I have to read all this material, but we still end up doing the same thing? Or I have to write a 4-page or a 4-paragraph essay, and so is drawing pictures, like making a collage. And so, you can run into something like that. Or just some things may not be so available in another format for someone with dyslexia to understand it. And questions that I would have towards this is, how can teachers be more educated on dyslexia? And I know there are professional development things outside of school, but as we've seen, teachers already don't have enough planning time. And I think it'd be great to incorporate some professional development time as well, specifically on situations like this, or to include how to be a functioning human being, or to disrupt this idea of conformity with students being free, because it's one or the other, and we need to find either a happy medium, or it's you know, what's it going to be? Is he going to be allowed to wear his hat in school, or does he have to conform to the rules? And I think it was a pretty good documentary showing different examples of both younger students having issues and adults who are being successful still afterwards having dyslexia, because you can't get rid of it. You can only work harder to learn through it. And I wish everybody the best who does have that kind of neurological disorder. And I'll do my best to help the students that I interact with that do have this disorder and may not know it.